My entire goal was to be able to just like pay rent. I exceeded all of that like 2 decades ago. All of this is like, just seems fake. Like we're in the simulation, we're sitting here under these lights, we're talking to Billboard, we just shot the cover. It's all just kind of shock and fun, and I'm enjoying the ride, but it is a bit unbelievable.
We should do a song together, because why not? We haven't done it in a while. Middle of a pandemic, we're not going anywhere. Let's do something together. And we did another one, and then we're like, you know what? We're halfway there.
Yeah, it went from an EP to an album pretty quickly.
It was a lot of just emails back and forth. Here's some gobbledygook, stitch it together, take out what you don't want, add what you want.
Yeah, what do you think of this idea? Okay, how do you like this? A lot of that back and forth. It leaves a lane for creative openness when you're working with somebody else. I feel like when I'm Kaskade, I still do that. When you do it with somebody else, people are more inclined to actually give it a chance, because they're like, oh, what is this?
I think Ryan excels as a songwriter, arrangement and structure kind of guy, where I excel in, mastering, engineering, and the more technical components of sound versus the idea. I would sooner shoot myself in the leg before I'm like, here, Ryan, master this. No offense.
It's all good.
Yeah.
We each have our own style. People feel something when they listen to your music. You listen to Strobe, you feel something. It doesn't matter that it's an instrumental track, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I don't engineer it such a way. I'm not saying, I'm not denying that you can't take something away from it. I'm just saying I do not engineer it.
He's not sitting in the studio thinking like, I want to make a song that makes people sad. No, of course not. You're making something because you feel something, and it just comes out that way, and then whatever, people listen to it. It's the same thing lyrically. I write something and it means something to me, then I put it out there and they're like, oh, this is a love song or a breakup song. I'm like, no, it's actually a song about heroin addiction. I'm sorry, you're wrong. But I don't say that. Whatever they want it to be about, but if it works for them, that's cool. I think the beginning was fascinating because the excitement was so obvious that we were doing something new and something crazy and unheard of and untapped, and nobody knew what it was, and just the excitement level was crazy. I mean, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It was nuts. People were losing their minds at the shows, and they didn't know what we were doing. They didn't even know. It was like, what is he doing? It's a magic trick. Oh my gosh, he's making the song right there. Like, it just, there was so much excitement.
This music from this plastic disc.
Yeah, what is happening? He's putting these things in. I mean, even on vinyl, like he's putting the records, oh my gosh, he's blending them. He's playing 3 at the same time. What's happening? Drake and Beyoncé and whatever, throw 1,000 other names in there. All they do is rip off what we were doing, whatever, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. Beyoncé went to like Honey Dijon, and she's trying to do this in an authentic way, and I don't know, I didn't get the book and look at the liner notes. I don't know who produced the record with her. But what I do know is I see somebody who's on top of the world. Drake and Beyoncé are massive. I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than that, right? Like, cool, if they were in here, you'd have like an army of 5,000 people making this happen. But it's cool that people like that are interested in what's happening in, I don't know, club world or EDM land or in the underground, whatever. Everyone's singing along to these songs that we help write and produce. There is some connection here, but it's hard and it's difficult. The way we have to get paid is to go stand in front of them and play the record. There's no shortcut. Like, I don't know, the streaming numbers don't equate.
In electronic music, asterisk.
You act so innocent now, but you lied so soon. When I met you in
Calvin was always a pop writer. We put out his first album.
Oh yeah,
the I Created Disco stuff.
Disco,
it was
great
fucking
record.
amazing. But even from then, I knew, like, this guy's gonna be.
You're like, this is
He's a fucking pop writer. He's an amazing songwriter. He's
an amazing songwriter.
He's okay songwriter. He's got great ideas and stuff like that. I was actually even probably one of the first guys who was like, on his voice. You know what I mean?
Right,
Because
right.
he's just so. whatever. But it worked, and that's all good and great. But then he had a phase there for like a minute where he was like, "Oh God, I'm a DJ. I'm making dance music and stuff like that."
Right, right.
And then he got
This is
huge
when I
off
met
of
him.
that.
Yeah.
But then he kind of reverted back to writing top lines and you know being the big pop act. And everyone's like, "Oh, he turned into one of those." I'm like, dude, he was always one of those. You know what I mean? Like you just caught him at the weird.
Whatever. What he writes is amazing. I'm a huge Calvin fan.
Same. He
And
owes me a
as
remix. I can't believe it. Ryan's cool. I love hanging out with him. I love working with his team, and we can show up and, you know, crush a big event. We'll do that. I'm not gonna fucking hammer it until we're both like over it. You know, like I don't want to be fucking Siegfried and Roy over here doing 20 shows a night in fucking Vegas with Ryan. We'll just do some nice, big, iconic looking plays, and then fucking Ryan's off cascading and deadmau5 is out deadmau5ing, and that's good. And then one day I can say, fuck, I don't have to do shit. I just want to fucking play video games today.